Hey, good morning. Hope you guys are all doing well this morning. I just wanted to share one of the lessons that I've learned. So many lessons that I've learned during this season. Over the past few days, I've been talking about some of the things that helped me adjust to this season because, like I said in the beginning, I feel like I've been able to adjust pretty well. And really, those are there are three key habits that I have that have really just helped me adjust and embrace this season that we're in. One was exercise, the second one was reading, the third one was quiet time or my time with God. And then yesterday I spoke about how I work from home because it's something that I've been doing over the past 2 years. But today, like I said, one of the lessons that I've learned, and it's around generosity. Now, when we say generosity, we often think about being generous with money. One of my biggest lessons around generosity has been with my time, and more specifically, time with my son. So, for those who know me, you know that I'm very generous with my time. I spend time with many different people. I believe in building into people. I believe in talking about real things. I believe that's something we don't do enough. And so I gladly spend my time with others, just helping build them up, share my lessons, pray with them even. But time with my son, one thing I realized is I am not generous with the time that I give my son. And yes, it saddened me. It shocked me a bit when I realized it. And I don't know whether you guys can relate to this for those of you that have kids at home. It's just like, you know, we're trying to do our work, right? And then they're stuck in the house and then they want to play. And for me, I only have one at home. And so, while I was thinking, oh gosh, these guys who I should just be thankful because some others have more than one at home. But in a way, that's a bit easier because they get to play with each other. Here, there's no one else to play soccer with, there's no one else to ride bike with, but it's mom. And so I've been having to do all those things. And then I got to a point where I was just getting really frustrated, thinking this child is really just crowding my space. Because remember, I work from home most of the time. So for me, this is my place of work. And then he's leaning over my shoulder. He's wanting to tell me this and that. And so first we started with a schedule. Right, son, we need to do a schedule. Did the schedule, but then what I realized is that when he'd come to me outside of the schedule, I'd be like, up, you're not supposed to be coming until this time. Then it got to a point where I just thought, oh my gosh, what kind of parenting is this? I can't be doing this. And there's this thought that just dropped into my head. And, because I've mentioned before, I walk with God, I know that He speaks to me in this way. This voice said to me, you will never, ever get this time back. I almost burst into tears. I never thought about it that way. And I really wanted to share that because I know that relationships will have changed after this season. And that would be the new normal. It saddens me to think that some people will go back to the way things were before because God has given us a time to nurture our relationships during this season. And it might be with your grandchildren, it might be with your spouse. For me, it was with my son. And I haven't mastered it by any means, but I've had to be very intentional with this because he's a 10-year-old boy. He's going to go on 11. He'll be a teenager before we know it. There'll be no use for mom, maybe. I'm dreading that day. But at this time, at this moment, we're never going to get this back. So I wanted to encourage you guys. Let's try and be generous with our time, not only with our friends. We can spend time with our friends for hours and hours, can't we? But with those that we love the most, those that are closest to us. Let's be intentional about that time today. So I hope that helps you. I hope that helps you think about some creative ways because I'm certainly trying to find creative ways to work with my son. If you have any tips, please let me know. PM me or message me below and I'll be happy to share my tips as we go along as well. You guys have a great day and we'll talk tomorrow. Bye.